Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to rank all the episodes in WandaVision. So I thought WandaVision was a great show, but I liked some episodes better than I liked others. I don't hate any of these episodes. I enjoyed all 9 of them, but there were ones I thought were and then there were some that I thought was outstanding. But before we get into it, just a quick warning. I will be diving into spoilers for the show and each episode, so if you haven't seen these episodes yet, any of them, please click away and come back after you've seen it, because we're about to get into the spoilers. But with that done, let's get started with the ranking. So, I guess we should get started with number 9, Episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall. So this episode wasn't necessarily bad, but it kinda, I don't know, it kinda felt like filler, I guess, because, I don't know, it didn't really feel needed. And I think they could have done a lot more with the fact that the reality of the hex is breaking apart. Like, everything's messing up. I feel like they could have done a lot with that, but they didn't do anything with it, really. And then also, Vision didn't really do much except for he learned about what happened in real life, and then he sat in a car or a truck for most of the episode. So, I don't know, this episode was definitely my least favorite, but I absolutely love the ending of this episode. And I'm pretty sure almost everyone will agree with me that that ending was awesome. Not only was it a great way to reveal that Agnes was Agatha, but I just thought it was pretty awesome how they did that. Anyway, though, moving on to number 8, Episode 1, filmed in front of a live studio audience. Another episode that I didn't hate at all. I enjoyed it, but it didn't really give us anything. It was a sitcom. That's all it was. It was a sitcom. Nothing much to talk about, really, except it was a funny sitcom starring Wanda and Vision. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot, but that's all it was, a sitcom with some hints of what's to come. But now we can move on to number 7, which is Episode 3, Now in Color. This episode was awesome, mostly sitcom until the end. But again, I did enjoy it, just not as much as other episodes up on higher on this list. But this is still a pretty fun episode, and I just didn't enjoy it as much as others, but it's still a great episode. So now, moving on to number 6, Episode 2, Don't Touch That Dial. And again, another sitcom episode, but I enjoyed this one a little bit more just because I thought it was a lot more funny, especially with that talent show scene where Vision is pretty much going crazy. That made me laugh almost the entire scene, and that's the main thing that puts it up higher up on this list. But yeah, I thought it's still a great episode. Now, moving along, we have into the top 5, we have Episode 8, Previously On. Another great episode, and there are parts I liked a lot of it. Especially, I really enjoyed the flashback to Wanda and Pietro's past. Like, I know we already knew what it was, so it probably kind of did feel like filler to some people because we already knew what her past was. We knew that happened, and all they did was kind of retcon what they are already established to say that she was a witch the entire time, or a mutant. I'm still holding on to the hope that she's a mutant. But I thought it was really awesome seeing her origin play out, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish we got to see her origin play out in theaters. But oh well, it was still really well done, and everything else in this episode was also really well. Plus, it had one of the best lines in WandaVision, being what is grief if not love persevering? So, yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, but I enjoyed others more. So, moving on to number 4, we have Episode 4, We Interrupt This Program. Now, again, this is another pretty good episode, and it pretty much takes place through the first 3 episodes, but it shows us what's happening on the outside of the hex, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool and funny. Monica, Jimmy Woo, and Darcy, they're some of my favorite side characters, and I hope we see more of them in the future of the MCU. I'm not sure if we will or not, but it's just a lot of fun seeing them on screen and together is also pretty awesome. And I really enjoyed this episode too. but not as much as some of the other ones up higher on this list, because we're about to get into the top 3. But before we get into the top 3, if you could please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and hit like if you like this video so far. And tell me which one your favorite is. Now moving on to number 3, we have episode 9, series finale. Now I have said before in my review that this is the one I actually do have some flaws with, because like it needed more action. It felt like if they really wanted to, they could have made it longer, either break it up into 2 parts or make it a 2-hour long episode, but they didn't do that. But this doesn't necessarily mean I didn't like the episode. Like I said before, I do enjoy this episode. I think it was pretty good. It just needed a little more action. But besides that, I enjoyed a lot of it. Especially seeing Wiccan and Speed, Billy and Tommy in action was awesome, and hopefully we can see more of that in the future. Hopefully. And I really enjoyed this episode, even though I did have flaws with it. It's still not bad of an episode. Now we're gonna move into the final 2. These are definitely, without a doubt, my 2 favorites, and these were the ones that were hardest to rank. But I figured out a way to rank them. Now, this is what it is. At number 2, we have episode 5 on a very special episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed both the sitcom part of it and the outside world part of it. Because the sitcom part of it was enjoyable. It made me laugh. I liked it. I enjoyed it really did feel like an 80s sitcom when it was in the sitcom world. And when it was in the outside world, it really felt like an MCU movie. So I thought it was just great. I really enjoyed the story of it. They brought in Sparky, even though, you know, Agatha killed Sparky too. And I'll never forgive her for that. How dare she? But still, and he was from the comics, and this is when they introduced Billy and Tommy for the first time, and they grow up from babies to 5-year-olds to 10-year-olds. So that was really cool to see, and on the outside world was also cool to see. But it wasn't as good as what I have at number 1, and you probably guessed it by now because it's the only episode I haven't mentioned yet. Because at number 1 is episode 6, All New Halloween Spooktacular. This is my favorite episode in WandaVision. Not only did I like the outside world stuff, but I enjoyed the hex stuff, the sitcom stuff as well. Again, just like the last episode, it felt like a 90s sitcom when it was a sitcom, and it felt like an MCU movie when it was on the outside world. And I really enjoyed both sides of it. Plus, it was cool because we got to see Wanda, Vision, Pietro, and Wiccan in their comic accurate costumes. And of course, we had Pietro making fun of Vision's outfit because, you know, he dressed as a booger. No, I'm just kidding. And Pietro was pretty funny, even though sadly he is not the Fox X-Men Pietro. He still was fun and funny in this episode, even though he was fake. But yeah, that's it. That's how I would rank all 9 episodes of WandaVision. And as a whole, I really enjoyed the show. All the episodes are pretty great. I enjoyed some more than others, but still really great show. And what about you guys? How would you rank the WandaVision episodes? What's your favorite episode? What's your least favorite episode? And yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. If you want to see more videos like this, I've done reviews for every episode of WandaVision and the series as a whole. I have also reviewing Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I've played games like Marvel's Avengers, Fortnite as Marvel characters, and Marvel's Spider-Man. So if you're interested in seeing any of that, please consider hitting subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I post and go live. And this sadly might be the last WandaVision video. Maybe not. We'll see. But thank you for taking time to watch, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. See you later. Bye.